What's up, everyone? What's happening? Good to see everyone. Jack, why are you banned on my main channel? I don't know. Why are you banned? Are you banned? Did you tick Carol off or something? Probably tick Carol off. I'll have to look and see what's up. Are you sure you're banned? Oh, brother. I'll look, Jack. Let's see what's up. You're not banned here. Why would you be banned there and not here? Right? Although I did ban a couple people recently. Like about 5 minutes ago. Oh, brother. What's up, Brett? Keith, James, Thomas, everybody. Follow Fish, Amadeo, Dwayne, Prog Rock, Jason, Robert. Good to see everyone. I'm in a good mood tonight. I'll tell you why. I just cheated on my diet. I had some ice cream just now. You hope Adam's not in this video, on my base video? Adam's. Who's Adam? Oh, okay, Adam, okay. No wheat and ice cream. Well, I had a cone. I admit it. Where's this shininess coming from? Hold on. I got a light on over here. Hold on. There we go. I didn't realize that was on. Okay. I had some Ben & Jerry's. Just some vanilla. Vanilla and chocolate. I couldn't help it. You know, I've been so good. But, you know, you can't deny yourself stuff like that all the time, right? We're all good. How do you know if you're banned, Mark? Because you can't leave a comment, I guess. I don't know. What happens when you're banned? But brains are wired to respond to fat. Yes. Now let's listen to comparisons of virtual instrument packs for orchestration, horn, strings. I have a lot of these packs, and I'll unban you or whatever. I'll look, Jack, and see. I have to go. I can't do it now because it's in the other. It's in my other thing. But we'll get it. You get swollen hands if you're banned. I'm back on it now. I just snuck it, though. I have to say. I just went in the freezer, got it, ran down here. That's why I was a couple minutes late. So, what's up, Joel? Jason? You cry if you're banned. Exactly. I will unban you, Jack. Don't be a wise guy and get Carol mad. Carol goes through and looks at stuff, you know. She's got the banning power. She welds it. I put her on the put her into some pressure yesterday on the live stream Steely Dan thing. Carol, what's this? What's this chord here? What is this progression? And Carol's so good, but she freaks out. If she scares you, Jack, she freaks out. She was nervous. Um, I taught her well. You know, at first she wasn't banning people that were obnoxious. One time, she and Aaron were here, and she says, she says, "Hey, is this a bad comment or something? Should I ban this guy?" And Aaron's like, "What are you kidding me? Of course you should." So then I think that, and then she told me what the thing was, and and I said, "Of course you should have banned him." Then now she's gotten ban happy. So Harry asks, Rick, if you have two lefty toddlers, are they twins? Your classical friends told me that they should learn violin and guitar right-handed. Jazz friends say lefty. Okay, well, since I have a left-handed son, but he doesn't play the guitar, but if I was going to have him play the guitar, I'd have him play right-handed. Just have him, I would have him play right-handed, Harry. There's just too many. They get used to it and no problem. And it's too hard to find good left-handed instruments. It really is. Most factories, I'll tell you, Gibson, I know for a fact, and Fender, they shut down production for a week during the year, and they make all left-handed instruments. So they're not good at making left-handed instruments. If you only make them 1 week a year, then how good are you at making them, right? So I just think it's common sense. I didn't have anyone say, "Oh man, we shut the thing down, we make them, and it's really hard to make them, and they don't come out as well." But if you want to sit in with someone, although I've told this before, but one of my first guitar teachers, Glenn, started out left-handed, playing the guitar upside down. Okay, so a right-handed guitar, left-handed. And he learned jazz chords. He learned bebop on an upside down guitar. Then he got a left-handed guitar and relearned left-handed. So if he were to sit in on a gig, he always kept a right-handed guitar that he would flip over. So if he would sit in on someone's gig, he could play either way, which is pretty insane. It was always weird to watch him play all the voicings that you knew, but upside down. Dick Dale style or Albert King style. Harry, are you or your wife left-handed? Just out of curiosity. It's really odd to have two left-handed kids. I mean, how many kids do you have? Is it 2 out of 2? Very curious about this. Lefties are 6 to 9% of the population in the world. You have 2 kids and they're both left-handed. It's very unusual. Are you or your wife lefties? I only have, you're righty, but you play many sports with both hands. Okay, what about your wife? Or their mom, however I should say it. Wife is righty. Interesting. So between 6 and 9 people out of 100 are left-handed. But left-handed famous people that are lefties. I've talked about this before on here because I'm fascinated by it. They think that Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart were lefties by their handwriting. Michelangelo, Da Vinci, 5 of the last 8 presidents were lefties. Reagan, Gerald Ford, H.W. Bush, Obama, and that's 5. And Clinton, lefty. Bill Gates, is he a lefty? Was Einstein a lefty? A lot of famous lefties. A lot of famous lefties are, look at some of the biggest bands. The Beatles had 2 lefties out of 4. Ringo was left-handed. Played the drum right-handed. He played the drums left-handed. He played them right-handed, but they were backwards. So 2 of the 4, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Tony Iommi. They say Da Vinci was left-handed, and Michelangelo, 2 of the greatest artists of all time. A lot of famous left-handers, though. Anyways, Bowie was a lefty. Robert Plant, I'm pretty sure, is left-handed. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yep. Had to do with forcing people to be righty as kids. Carlos Rios. Sandy Koufax, lefty. I mean, a lot of great left-handed pitchers. Mark Zuckerberg, is he a lefty? Is that true? That is weird. That is not true, is it? So they say that people wave with their dominant hand. That's how they figured out that people were lefties. Because you wave with your dominant hand. So they look at old newsreels. So a lot of artists, though, left-handed. Caesar, Alexander the Great, Napoleon, I think, was left-handed. So anyways, it's really fascinating. I got a left-handed guitar for Dylan when he was a kid, and but if he were to play it, I would definitely teach him right-handed now. Because I went back and forth. I thought, well, you should have the kids should play. Kids should play. Kids should play whatever comes naturally to them. But I don't necessarily agree with that now. The more I learn about instruments, and the more I have friends that are left-handed that play that I've seen come in here with left-handed instruments, they would really have a lot of them would have really bad instruments, and ones that they paid a lot of money for. And I could only attribute that to the fact that they're just not made as well because people are just not used to making them. So there you go. Can't buy a left-handed piano? Well, you probably can. Let's see here. Eric Gale, left-handed playing upside down, if that's a word. Ambidextrously. I don't think that's a word. That's a good one, though. Justin Bieber's left-handed. Bad instruments discourages learning, Greg. That is absolutely true. So I have a pet peeve, and I want to see if you guys think I should make a video on it. I want to take a vote. I'm going to show you what my pet peeve is. You ready? Let's see here. Oh, wait. Can I even do it here? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here's my biggest pet peeve in the world. I know I have, I really need to find something else to be mad about. I cannot stand people that leave these things on their guitars for their whole gigs. Okay? This is so offensive that people actually play with these on. It is so dorky looking that it drives me nuts. That I screenshot any musician that I see that does that. There's some people that I subscribe to, on Instagram, that I did subscribe to, that I will unsubscribe if they do that. It doesn't matter whether it's that one or the one that's flat. Anybody that leaves that stupid tuner on the end of the guitar, it's offensive. Get a foot tuner. I mean, come on. Take it off when you're done playing. If you need to tune, put it on, tune, turn your back to the audience, and then take it off again. It's embarrassing. God, it's annoying. So, no wonder nobody wants to play the guitar anymore. It's like, it's the total dork fest. It's so dorky looking. And Capo's clamped on the headstock, same thing. God, I want to smash the guitars when I see that. Uncut guitar strings, that doesn't bother me as much. It's like, come on. Jeez. It's so dumb. They're not even accurate. Snark on the rear of the headstock. Well, that's better, but come on, man. It's worse than playing. It is worse than playing out of tune. I really think it is. If I see one on somebody's guitar, if I was out at a club and I saw one, I'd go up and I'd grab it and I'd smash him, and then I'd give him $30. Say, sorry, man, but you're just embarrassing yourself. Cigarettes in the strings, no problem. My last video, you had, I was noticing that out of all the people I had in the video, Jack Bruce was the only one that had his cigarette in the strings. Totally cool. People who floss with guitar strings, yeah, that's not cool, but we don't have to watch that. Cigarettes are fine up there, no problem. That's part of rock and roll. But my God, clip capo on the mic stand. Thank you, TJ. My God, I mean, I can make it. I want to make this triggered video so badly, where I just smash these things. Oh, brother. I screenshotted some dorky guy tonight that I saw on Instagram. And I think that I don't even know who this guy is. He's got more views on his Instagram video than me. But but he's total dork here. He's trying to be cool. I'm sure you can see this here. Let me make it darker here. Hold on. My God. See that? See that red thing up there? I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there you go. You can barely see it there. See that red thing? Oh my God. What a loser, right, Andreas? Man. God. And he's got a hair tie on there to keep his sloppy playing, keep the strings from ringing open. It's exactly right, Greg. You see a $25 piece of plastic on a $3,000 guitar. Yes. There you go. That is really... No, you can't put a camera there either. Brother. Comparison musical colors painting. Beato wall of shame. It's like a guitar wart. It is. It's called a scrunchie. I know it's called a scrunchie. I'd be more upset on seeing a man bun on a guitarist. It adds to the tone. And he's wearing Greta Van Fleet. No, come on. Is he really? Was he wearing Greta Van Fleet? You would never, ever see me. Have you ever seen me with one of those on? Ever? In a video? I will actually go and reshoot a scene if I forgot and I had that stupid thing on. Besides the fact that the snarks are not even really accurate. Instead of a scrunchie, improve your technique. Exactly. Don't leave your strings long, wound, and uncut. I don't do that. That used to drive oh my God, my mom would freak out if I did that. She made me cut them, always. Cut those strings, Rick. I don't want those things poking somebody in the eye, she used to say. Gibson should make a Les Paul with one permanently mounted. Rat, that's right. Rat heard me. Rat was here earlier. He heard me railing about this. He heard me. I was on a rampage about it. You put your eye out, kid. Exactly. Gibson should inlay it in the headstock, Subi. I know, right? They would do something that dumb. That would be perfect. So, should I do the video or not? Sprung for a full-size polytune. There you go. It should face out towards the audience, right? EV did not need a scrunchie. Yes, do it as a skit. There you go. Should I have Rhett in the video and I come up and then that he's got on the guitar, he's playing, and then I smash the guitar? I totally have a cheapo guitar here that I can do it with. Godfather style. You can act like a man, right? It's one of my favorite scenes. But have the guitars all out of tune. Exactly. Right, exactly. Kick the amp over too. Smash his Novo. Rat, please. I wanted to smash your Novo today, actually. Thing played like a it's like a Louisville Slugger with some wire on it. Man, smash it all. Epic meltdown. I'm sorry, I don't know why that enrages me so much. God. Get the guitar, leave the tuner. I'll fight you over that one. Have I ever destroyed a guitar Jimi Hendrix style? Oh, absolutely have. Of course. Of course. We got some cheap Epiphones that we destroyed in my old band for fun one night. It was awesome. Loved it. They were totally crappy guitars. They were beyond cheap. They weren't even, Les Paul. This is 20 years ago when they were really bad. Oh, brother. Burn it by a campfire. Maybe I'd build a fire out back and then just throw the thing. That'll be part of it. Throw it into the fire. That would be awesome. Got to do that. A tuner on a flying V. It insults my intellectual superiority. No, it insults my sense of decorum and taste. Man, it's you imagine if you're sitting outside at your campfire and you're playing guitar and somebody's got one of those dorky things on. God. Oh. What do I think of cheap illegal Gibson copies? I've seen some and they're horrendous. The ones that are the fake ones that Chinese that you can get from China. They look and they got fake serial numbers, everything. They've got really weird metal on the pickup covers. We should have 3 or 4 of them on for the video. It's like a pocket protector, exactly. There you go. It's a guitar pocket protector. Gibson. Gibson. Oh, God. Slash did play a fake Les Paul on Appetite. That's right. Tom, those tuners are bugging you too, right? Oh, man. So yeah, the Cheapson, yeah, they've got weird metal on the pickups, and I always thought, man, they're probably made out of plutonium or something really really bad that you can't. If you got a Geiger counter near those Chinese ones and you put it near the pickups, it'd probably go crazy. It's probably some type of, it's got polonium in it or something. Do I homeschool Dylan? I do not. Dylan homeschools me. Oh, man. By the way, let's see. Wait. They're actually made in the same factory as Epiphones. Melted down Matchbox cars. We got this awesome material from Chernobyl. Exactly. Isotope 236 makes you play faster. Right, exactly. I really think that the metal on the pickup covers looks so weird that I think it's got to be some type of something high on the periodic table, up like Mendelevium or something, or Einsteinium or something like that. Something really, really way beyond plutonium and uranium. It's really hot. They glow. Yes, Dylan's got a good memory. He does have a good memory. Except on things that I want him to do. I tell him every day, Dylan, if you're going to sit at your computer, open your curtain or open your blinds. All right? So the sun comes in. I don't want you sitting there with your blinds down on a sunny day, sitting at the computer. Every day I come in, I will come walking around the corner. Dylan, you got those blinds open? And all of a sudden I hear, it's like, man, every day. It's not the glare. It doesn't get the sun there. Just want some light coming in, you know? So, so that's, take the blinds down, remove them. Somebody complained when I did that, the video yesterday to get people to, I was running a test on Facebook because I never post on Facebook anymore, all right? And that video I did with Dylan, we did it yesterday with Carol here. I said, oh, let's do this thing. So Carol comes in. I have a card table sitting in there that I have for when I do my live streams that I keep my erasers on and my dry erase markers. So I push the card table over, and Dylan's got his cards and everything, and so I I said, Dylan, so I'm going to ask you this. And Dylan was kind of thinking, I said, put the cards down, go like that, and then do the number. He's like, all right, one take, no problem, right? So I thought, okay, I'm going to upload this only on Facebook as an experiment. I did put it on Instagram later as an experiment. Facebook changes their algorithm all the time, but I always tell people that Facebook is a complete waste. If you're a musician, do not use Facebook. You can use it to keep in touch with people. You know, obviously they have all their privacy issues that are, you know, that's completely bogus, and they track you and they do all that stuff. That's true. The video did not go viral. No, it didn't do anything. It didn't even get 10,000 views. Now, with 100 and some odd shares, it should have had 100,000 views. I mean, it should have gotten pushed out to people, but they don't. They don't push videos out on private channels anymore. It's pay to play now. Exactly. They didn't used to do this. Okay. It used to be organic. If something took off, then it would take off and it would get passed around to people, but they limit you because they want to keep the space in the news feed open for things that they can make money off of, which is why Facebook is so lame, which is why musicians should never use Facebook to try and promote themselves. And I tell people this. It's not, no, Chops, it's not true. It's not controversial enough. Dylan's videos, his Perfect Pitch videos that got 10 million views apiece, those are not really controversial. That's totally disagree. The fact of the matter is that Facebook doesn't, the algorithm doesn't work to anyone's advantage anyways. Yeah, they do control trending stuff. They control everything. It's so where should musicians promote? Because everyone's on Facebook. Musicians should actually start YouTube channels, and they should promote things on Instagram, even though Instagram is part of Facebook. But they really should promote on Instagram. Instagram is the only, YouTube is the only platform that has a search engine that is dedicated to it called Google. Everyone has Gmail accounts. Everybody has YouTube channels. They do. People get on YouTube every day. You can't search a Facebook video. You can, but they're almost impossible to find on Google. They make it hard. Those two things do not work together. You can't promote something on Facebook. You can pay to play if you have an artist channel. Now, I didn't put the video on my artist channel. Well, I did actually, because I posted on Instagram and it posted over my Rick Beato production channel. But I don't pay for anything, so that's got no reach. My other channel has 60,000 subscribers on it, yet the video doesn't go out to anybody. If the algorithm worked like it did 2 years ago, the video would have gotten pushed out to everybody that follows me on there. But because I never post anything on Facebook, because it's a complete waste of time, and it's a waste of time for musicians. And I don't know why. I know all these musician friends of mine that are some incredibly great players that are only on Facebook. And I say, why are you wasting your time with this? No one looks at your posts, ever. Ever. I had one of my buddies post something today. He did a great video of It was a great video of him playing like a backing track. And he had 600 views. It was ridiculous. It was great playing. But nobody cares. Everybody became political idiots, Tom says, with their stupid political insights. You know, I do not even look on the timeline because I accepted so many people back in the day, not thinking about it. And I've got all these people that I don't know. So I never look at the timeline. I don't want to see a bunch of people's posts. And then people, I've got friends that every time they go anywhere, it posts on Facebook. And I always just laugh. It's like, hey, come over, rob my house. I mean, it's totally ridiculous. I focus on YouTube ain't working so good. Instagram cringes me, but on either, what makes the song great? If not by mom, you get pick the album. How about King Crimson with Adrian Belew? Okay. Oh yes, Elliot was great the other night. That was awesome having him here. You realize it takes you 2 hours to get caught up in your timeline on Facebook, and I didn't realize it was a total waste of time. Matt, I accept the nomination. I'm running as an independent in 2020. Too many millennials on Facebook, man. I don't know who's on Facebook. People that are on Facebook are out of their freaking minds. What a waste of time. Waste book. Man. It's unbelievable. You know, it's really, really incredible that it's really Make America gent again. Can't we do music? Thomas. I'm not sure what you're saying, Thomas. 2020, you'll be ready for the Beato truth. I'm going to ban those. I'm going to run on banning those Headstock tuners. That's going to be one of my. That's going to be one of my core issues. I'm going to be running against the guitar lobbyists. Oh man, that's pretty funny, right? I'm going to throw those things out. I really seriously, if I ever went to a gig, and I saw one of those things, I think I'd have to just go up and smash it. Oh, brother. Okay, so just get a foot tuner, everybody, okay? And then we're all good. I tell you this though, speaking of videos and platforms to run on, there's I've seen some really good campaign videos, incredibly well done campaign videos, and with candidates that have won primaries recently in the last couple days, that they had excellent videos done, very, very pro indie videos, but done by people that really know how to make videos with great voiceovers. And I was thinking that, you know, if you were going to run for politics, there's no difference between that and trying to promote your band. Okay? So you have to promote your band in smart ways. Okay? You got to promote, first of all, places that are going to where you don't have to spend money to have reach. And that's what Facebook is doing. Now, there's people that complain about YouTube. There's been, I watched a video, Rhett showed me a video today about this H3 thing, and it was a guy talking about something about the, I don't even know. Rhett, if you're still on, I was wondering about that video you showed me today. And this guy was talking, freaking out about this, about something about the timeline on Facebook or something about not Facebook, on YouTube. And so I had lunch with Rhett today, and we're talking about this, and I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. He said, you got to be kidding me, right? He said, you make videos on YouTube every day. Pat, did you just say you think I need sleep? Okay, well, I'm going to be nice about this, okay? There you go. I don't need any sleep. I'm perfectly awake. Come back in 5 minutes. Thomas, I listen to you to learn music. I'm nowhere as smart as you, and where I thought this was about music, and thank you, Rick. Okay? I didn't banhammer the guy, I just put him in timeout. Thomas, this is about music. This is about music. I'm telling you how to promote their music. Rick was too confused at the Thomas quote to put in timeout. The timeout punishment. CD Baby, Distro Kid, CD Baby. You know, look, don't give people, don't give up part of your music sales unless you're getting something in return. If you're not getting something in return, you know, there are t-shirt companies that you pay for merch, right? That all the t-shirt companies that any YouTuber pays or whoever, they charge 70% of your profit. Okay? But yet, if you build it into your site, you make 50%. Okay? Because I have Aaron. Aaron helped me with my merch, with my t-shirts and my mugs. I don't sell a lot of those, but Aaron built this thing out, and there's a higher profit margin in it because of that, which I pass on to Aaron for doing that. And I don't put my music, I have my record, I don't push it on here or anything. But I have a record that's on my website. I don't sell very many of them, but I don't have it on Spotify, and I don't sell it on iTunes. If somebody wants to buy it, they can just buy it off my website. If they don't want to buy it, they don't have to buy it. But why do I want to give Apple 30% of my record? You know, why? Why? Um, that's the thing is that that you have these services that you're paying for. That I understand the need to have middlemen, middle people, whatever you want to call it. I understand that, but build your own audience. If you're a band, build an audience. And if you build an audience like the band Periphery, when I interviewed Misha Mansour, so Misha doesn't make any money with his band. There's and so he has signature pickups, signature guitars, signature amps, all this kind of stuff, and that's where he makes his money. And you know, people begrudge him in the comments section on my video. I banned those people when they were complaining about him. Then they picked up my interview with him and put it on Ultimate Guitar, and people complained there about it, about the guy trying to make a living for himself. You know, it's ridiculous. Got to pay Apple for that access, exactly, Fernando. But the amount that you pay them is outrageous. You know, it is really outrageous. Yeah, you know, PayPal. Look, PayPal takes money too. If you there, I mean, there's multiple. If you're gonna have a store, you have to go through PayPal, Stripe for credit cards. You know, there's something that you got to go through some payment service, and they're gonna take their percentage. But you know, those are really, really specific things. There's a lot of those are very high risk, and PayPal takes their 3%, but you know, things like t-shirts for artists. I mean, a lot of YouTubers make a lot of their money on their merch. That's just how YouTube is. They make a majority of their living on merch. If they don't have you know, a lot of views or enough views to make a living, then they rely on merch. I mean, I know YouTubers that you guys watch that are friends of mine. I won't name them, but they make a lot of their money on merch. Ones that you watch all the time that I'm friends with. So, but out of that money, they're giving away. They're only getting paid 30%. If you sell your record on iTunes through CD Baby or through TuneCore, TuneCore's taking its money, Apple's taking its money, and then you get your little tiny royalty. So, you know, you're better off. And Subi, I don't believe in downloading stuff like that. You know, I'm against that convert to MP3 thing. That's totally bogus. That rips off the artists. I mean, you may as well go on Spotify and listen to them. At least they'll get something for it, even if it's minuscule. With that royalty, you can't afford a $3,000, but maybe a Snark tuner. That's right. You can just stream it anyways. Exactly, Subi. But the artists actually do get money from streaming. You know, whereas when you download the music from there, they don't get any money. Socrates paraphrase: as soon as you make peace with poverty, all will be well. There you go. Do vinyl LPs have better dynamics than It depends. I mean, they have better dynamics if they're not super compressed. You know, really, you know, it's hard to you can't generalize about the dynamics. What about the future of rock, metal, and the gent movement? It's very difficult for metal and rock right now. Extremely difficult. There's gent is just a type of progressive metal. It's difficult. It's really difficult because you know, once you take the money off record sales away, and you get no terrestrial radio play or very little, then you're relying on things like Spotify and Pandora and essentially online streaming services to make a living, which pay very small amounts of money. And you know, the theory always used to be, okay, well, you know, when I had a number one song, in the quarter it was number one, I got 37 million plays on the internet between YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, Rhapsody, and 586,000 views or plays on terrestrial radio. Well, the 37 million plays paid $325. So, you know, you talk to the BMI rep and you say, what's that about? You know, what's the deal? And they say, well, that's 37 million separate plays. You know, you could play a song on a radio station 60 times if it's in heavy rotation, a number one song, 60 times in a week. And you may have an audience of 30 million people just in one city, in Atlanta, let's say. You know, if you're getting played on Star 94, it's a big hit, or one of the big country stations, or whatever it might be. So you know, so once you take that out of the equation, the fact that there is no money from selling records, then you have to go to Sound Exchange, right? And then streaming platforms, which don't pay as much. So then people are left doing things like Misha's done, where he goes out and has developed a line of things. He has drum samples, get good drums. He's got his bare knuckle pickups. He's got his Peeves signature amp. He's got his 2 different signature guitars. It's get your tune in a movie. Good luck. Yeah, there you go. So that's, you know, that's the reality of where rock and metal are. You know, the terrestrial radio paid tremendously well. There used to be, when I started producing in the you know, late 90s, there were 160 or so rock stations in the United States. And out of those 160 rock stations, basically one guy controlled all the playlists. His name was Bill McGathy. When they made payola illegal, you had people that became independent record promoters. And independent record promoters, back up until about 2005, people would pay to get their music played because they were a middleman or middle person. And the labels would pay for an ad. They'd pay it for every ad. They would pay him, his company, every new ad. And he controlled the playlist on 160 different stations. But Bill realized the future of where it was going. So he decided to diversify, even though he was making a fortune back then, millions of dollars, controlling the playlists of all these companies, of all these radio stations. So labels would pay him to get ads. And he would say, tell each radio station this is what you're gonna play. This went on from the mid 90s or till the mid 2005 or so. But Bill diversified and became a manager, knowing that eventually this was going to go away. And he managed a lot of bands like Shinedown, and I think he manages Hailstorm or Paramore, and he managed Chevelle, and he managed a lot of bands, a lot of bands. And then they've done away with these things because there's no terrestrial radio like that. There are no indies, is what they used to call them. There were indies. There's a guy named Jeff McCluskey in Chicago that did a lot more of the alternative music that you'd have to pay him to get on the radio. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was all pay to play. It was all pay to play 15 years ago. That was just the way the industry was. And that money went away. And the way it went is like, okay, so labels didn't have money to pay those people anymore, so they didn't pay them. And eventually those guys went away and they stopped doing that. That stopped being a thing. And then it went back to the record labels' in-house radio promotion that would go to the people that ran, they'd start doing the things in-house, like at Clear Channel or at, they have people now at Spotify. They have them at Clear Channel. They have it at Cumulus. They have people that run each department: country, pop, rock, hip hop. Everything has a person that works at these companies. There used to be a guy that had a show that was called The Highway, that was on Sirius XM. That was a big country thing 6-7 years ago. His name was John Marks. And John Marks is a great guy, and he played stuff on Sirius XM on The Highway, unsigned things. He championed the band Parmalee and helped me have a #1 song. He put it on their thing. It became #1 on a station, and then other stations started playing it. He also Florida Georgia Line, a lot of different bands he championed that became huge acts. And John is a great guy, and he played the stuff on his own. And he left XM radio, and now he does country, I think, and bluegrass programming for Spotify. These people are the gatekeepers. So they're the people that decide, if you're not involved with a huge corporation, a major label, these are the people that can actually take a chance and play somebody unsigned. What's up, Nari? It didn't used to always be pay to play. There used to be there were a few flagship stations. There were a few flagship stations around the country during the alternative movement, which went on from really 1991 until 1999, essentially. No, 2005. It went in through nu metal. So those stations, the people that worked at those stations, 99X here in Atlanta, Leslie Fram would play unsigned acts, and many of them would get record deals. K-Rock in LA was incredibly the most influential station. There used to be a station down in Orlando, JRR, that would play artists that were unsigned, and they broke bands. And then that went away, and now there's just a few people that control all the playlists to every station in the country. Do I ever pursue sync placements? I don't know, but I've had many sync placements, but it's done by my publishing company, by Sony. Kevin asks, it remains to be seen how relevant the science of how things worked before. No? Are we reminiscing or solving problems? Well, here's the thing, is that things still work in the same way. There's just less people. There are just less people that are doing these jobs, but there are still people that that have taken the jobs of the independent promoters from 15 years ago, but they still run. There is a person at Cumulus, which owns a lot of radio stations, okay? And there's a person at Clear Channel that own a lot of radio stations. And there's people at Spotify. You get on these Spotify playlists, these are the most important things now. But there's people at Spotify that control the playlists, that decide what go on there. And you know that the labels are paying them to get their music on there. Doesn't matter what it is. Nothing has changed in the business. The labels control all this stuff. So it's always pay to play, no matter what. It always has been, and it probably always will be. So the only thing that you can do as a private independent artist is to start a channel like this, or start your Instagram page, whatever it may be, and promote yourself in whatever way you can. Let's take Nari, for example. Her channel, she's been doing amazingly great videos since I started following her when she had 900 subscribers. 2 months ago, she got all the way up to 8,000 subscribers. And then one day, she did her funk video, and it caught on. People talked about it on Reddit. Next thing you know, people and she makes unbelievably great videos. My favorite videos. Then somebody at YouTube said, we're going to make her a creator. That's a new thing. They have these featured creators. And they featured her video, and she went from 8,000 subscribers to 58,000 subscribers in the period of a few weeks. And you never know what can happen. And anybody that doesn't subscribe to her channel from here, I don't know who doesn't subscribe. You have to subscribe. Anybody that's not subscribed to her, subscribe to her. She's amazing. But she went from 8,000 subscribers to 50. She must be at 58. Are you at 58 now, Nari? She doesn't even look. I'm sure she doesn't even look. She probably has no idea if she's 58. Can someone look and see how many subscribers she has? She has a vehicle to promote her music now and promote her ideas. A legitimate vehicle. 58,000. Look at that. 50,000 subscribers she's gotten in 2 months. She might not have continued if I hadn't encouraged her. I did encourage her. I encouraged her when I had her be in my that video that where she played the Prokofiev, and she sent me the clip of her playing it that she learned in 5 minutes. And then I said, you got to send me a clip of you introducing yourself. She goes, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I said, yes, just say, hi, I'm Nari Soul. That's all you got to do. So she sent me that, and I put it in the video. And that was the thing where she started, and then she had been on camera in some of her videos, but now she's on camera in her videos. And you have to connect with people in order for people to... is it literally 58,001? Look at that. Or no, you're just saying that. Okay, because you subscribed. There you go. And she was doing unbelievably great work when she had 800, 900 subscribers when I subscribed. It's just as good a work. It's that people, 58,000 more people, 57,000 more people know who she is. So you know, you got to work at the stuff, though. Don, this doesn't seem weird to anyone? What doesn't seem weird to anyone? What are you talking about? What do I think about LinkedIn for band promotion? I do not, LinkedIn to me is very weird. When people write to me on LinkedIn, I rarely respond. LinkedIn is very strange. Okay, who's this? Burn the Lamb. Who is this person? I don't know you. You talking to me? Talking to me, Burn the Lamb? I hope not. I hope you're not talking to me. I never seen you before. Okay, well, I'm not going to see you again either. There we go. How's that? Boom! You think he's a regular, Subi? I've never seen him before. No regular. He's talking to Don? All right, I'll unban him. Can I unban him here? Let's see if I can. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Community. I have a very small band list on here. Community settings. Here we go. What was the name again? I forget. Lamb something? Oh man, I hardly have any bands on here. There it is. Unbanned. You got unbanned. Burn the Lamb. Okay, you're unbanned. I actually have a short list. There's not very many people on there. There's probably, I bet there's, for all the band hammering, there's probably only about 30 people on there, which really isn't very many. Unboomed and unbanning. Okay, Lamb, please come out and say hello again to everybody. Reverse band hammer. Jerk ratio pretty small, really. I know, really. You don't get subs by banning. That's true. You lose subs by banning. Roberta, Rick, you were talking about something that Rhett told you about today about YouTube before something to try. There's something about the it's like the it's it what was the guy that, my phone's dead here. I can't look it up. The guy that the H3 guy was talking about changes made in the YouTube algorithm. And it was something about how your when you log in, the I don't even remember. I wish Rhett was here. Let me see here. Okay, it's still dead. I wish I could remember what it was, what he was talking about. I can't believe I don't remember this stuff. It's really frustrating. But Rhett was telling me that he said, I don't believe you don't know where this subscriber page being optimized. That's right. Nari knows. The subscriber page being optimized. They've changed the notification system. Yes, that too. Right, both those things. So apparently now, I have people write to me and say, you know, I got unsubscribed by YouTube to your channel. I don't know why I'm not getting notifications. Well, apparently they changed it. They're trying this thing out where it says notification with a bell. Then it has a new thing that says occasionally notified or not notified. So this is some new thing that they're experimenting with. And optimizing the thing, the plate, whatever it is, the feed or whatever it is. What does content creator mean? That's just somebody that makes videos. That's just their name for it. They're running ads mid-video now. Are they really doing that? The subs feed is the last thing that isn't controlled by YouTube. Is that what it is, Jack? What the problem is? My notifications are hit and miss. You know what? I don't get my notifications. Normally, every time I would go on, I would look at my phone and it would come up. It's not coming up on them. Go check your notifications to see if you get notified here. Because it's something that people are pretty outraged about. Rhett was really mad about this. And Thomas, do you have to watch the entire ad for me to get paid? You know what? I don't think so. I don't even know. I have no idea. Honestly. You got notified about tonight's show, Double K? Okay. Instagram TV thing? I did, Miles. I looked into it. Rhett posted a video there yesterday, and I noticed people posting on there. You have to update your app, though, because it's not on the last version. So I didn't see it. Rhett told me about it. I was like, I don't have it on here. Then I went and updated it, and it's on there. They're basically trying to compete with YouTube. Once again, the only way that they can compete against YouTube is if Facebook has its own search engine. So that's something they should have developed, because they can't. The great thing about YouTube is that they tell people about your channel. How do you get classified as a creator? You just make videos. No one will beat YouTube. Who are the most important jazz artists since 1990? I have to think about that, Brett. That's a video right there. Okay. I've ranted enough here. How accurate is Social Blade? It's pretty accurate. It's not accurate on the money that you make. For example, it doesn't know how many videos of mine are demonetized, which is a lot of videos. Most of my videos are demonetized. So I don't make much money on views. Peter. All right, listen, I'm out of here. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I got a new video coming out tomorrow. I worked on it all day today. It's a good one. It's a guitar one. It's a history one again. I think it's pretty interesting, though.